my wife Tess. We're the Cogdills. This is our sons, Rhett and Wyatt.
They're identical twin boys, and they are 10 months old. When we found out we were pregnant, we weren't expecting to have twins.
We got to the ultrasound and they were scanning Tess's stomach, and we saw one bubble, and then they scanned down and we saw 2 bubbles, and that's when our whole lives changed from there.
It was at that moment that all the worrying started, and we were told about all the risks that came along with identical twin pregnancy. So at 22 weeks, I had my baby shower, and looking back at the pictures, I looked like I was carrying a full-term baby already. And so I kind of knew at that point that I wasn't going to make it to 37 weeks. Shortly after that, at 29 weeks, my membrane ruptured, so we went to the hospital, and I was put on bed rest at that point. And I was told that usually when your membrane ruptures, it's within that week that you have the babies. But thanks to the nurses and the doctors and everybody at Reston Hospital and all the treatments that they gave me, I was somehow able to hold these little guys in for 5 weeks on bed rest. So they were born at 34 weeks, so still premature, but so much better than they would have been if they were born at 29 weeks. So Rhett was born first. He's baby A, and then about 16 minutes later, Wyatt was born. And when they were born, they were taken straight to the NICU just to be checked out and make sure that they were doing okay. And so Steve went to the NICU with him and was told I would be up to join him in about 30 minutes or so. So Steve came back down to my labor and delivery room.
And that's where my mom told me to go check on Tess because something wasn't right. I guess several doctors were running in and out.
So I was bleeding. I guess I hemorrhaged and had to have a blood transfusion. And then the next morning I woke up with postpartum preeclampsia. So I was very swollen, had high blood pressure. So I didn't even meet Rhett for 2 days. And I did get to hold Wyatt when he was first born, but it was 2 days before I saw him again.
So after they were born, they were brought to the NICU. They stayed there for 3 weeks. We only got to stay at the hospital for 3 days, so it was tough leaving the boys and going home. We would come back, she would come back every day, and we would both come back every night. And then we were able to take Wyatt home first by 1 day, and then we took Rhett home the next day. So that was fun and nerve-wracking at the same time. We remember bringing him home and setting Wyatt in the living room and looking at each other like, well, what do we do? Do we put him to bed, or do we just sat him there and
Looked at him
and then put him in the pack and play and looked at him some more? Yeah, but we stayed here 5 weeks, and the staff pretty much turned into family for us. The nurses, we knew all of them by name.
They taught us like how to take care of them, and then the biggest blessing was them taking care of them for us when we weren't able to take care of them ourselves.
They took amazing care of Tess and myself. Yeah, I remember I'd be cold one night and they would come tuck me in at night. I mean, it was amazing. They would change my sheets
He stayed with me almost every night. I mean, the nights that he couldn't stay, his sister or mom would stay, but he was never on my side.